Hi guys, so we want to perform statistical test with large language models. We will now perform a t-test with chatgpt, and I first prepared my prompts, and the first prompt is just an introduction. So I have my prompt ready here, and the first part of the prompt should be an introduction. So I introduce myself, and what I tell ChatGPT is that I'm working on anthropometric data from female sailors and rugby players from the Rio Olympic Games. It's not really English, but never mind. And I need to perform some statistical tests, and I asked him if he could help me in the process. So that's the first part. And of course, he now knows me. And what we're going to do now is paste the second part of the prompt. I will now paste my data in two columns, and I want you to write a code that checks if the mass of the rugby players differs from the mass of the sailors, and I ask the output, which includes mean, median, standard deviation, and interquartile range for each group, and also a histogram of the two groups. And I also want him to perform the t-test, give me the p-value, and the t of the test, the statistic. So I paste that, and just right after that I prepared my data in Excel like I prepared ChatGPT. I have two columns, one with the data for the rugby players and one with the data for the sailors, and I copy that. And now is the trick, small trick, don't worry. Right click and paste as plain text. And I will now hold until it finishes. So I see they have a new trick. I now have the code, and I need to port it, to run it. The other option is to copy it to another application and run the Python code on my computer, but let's run it here. Python. Sorry, there it is. This is how I run it. Let's hold again. Okay, so we now have the output. Sorry. And some warning from running the code, but it's nothing crucial. Now I have the rugby player data, the mean, the median, the standard deviation, and the interquartile range. And again, for the sailors, I have the results of the t-tests. This is the t, and the p-value, which is the most important thing, is very, very low. Meaning, our assumption was that the mean of the two groups is equal. And the t-test tested this hypothesis and came out with the result that the chances that it's true are very, very low, meaning that's the best way we can say that the weight of female rugby players is different than that of female sailors. And now I can look at the mean and see that rugby players are heavier than female sailors. And I look at the mean because it's a t-test. Going down, I can see the histogram, and not only that, I did the same thing with Claude AI, and the output comes out here. You can see that the mean is the same, and the results are the same. Not only that, it even checked for normality. We'll discuss that later. This seems better.